Hey everybody. So I wanted to make this video because just to be authentic and transparent, I've been through a lot. Anybody who knows me knows typically if you see me, I'm smiling, I'm happy. But I've been wearing a mask. I have been miserable from the start. And I basically let my trauma and my misery, fuel my fire. So I showed up as a strong, quote unquote, person, an overachiever, a perfectionist. And nobody really saw that I was hurting because I never let them. Only a select few could see it, but on average, most people just saw this strong woman, the strong girl, the strong person. I never saw that. I always saw in my reflection, when I look back in the mirror, I saw somebody who wasn't shit. And that's just to be frank with you. Sorry if you do not like profanity. This is who I am. So you're going to hear a curse word a time or two. I don't know. Also, I would like to tell you to begin with that I code switch. That doesn't make me any less authentic. It's actually society's fucking issue. So I've had to learn that I had to speak well in this setting. I could be myself in this setting. I had to slang for this setting. So like the way I talk with my friends, the way I'm talking in this is the way I'm talking in this video. But sometimes you might hear me say big words and sound sophisticated, and just don't mistake that for I'm being fake or I'm being bougie. I really don't care what you mistake it for, but I'm just letting common folks who want to know, more about me. And I want to do it as me, authentically me, and unapologetically. So I made this video this morning or afternoon to pretty much ask for your help, because this is something I've never done, right? I don't ask for help until the house is on fire. And even though my house is on fire, it doesn't feel like it's on fire anymore. I felt like God called me to make this leap of faith. As most of us know, like, we're stuck in 9 to 5 jobs that is basically sucking our soul dry. So if you are one of those people, I'm here to talk to you. Even if you're not one of these people, I still guarantee you can relate to something in my stories. But it was called on me to basically release everything that I've held in for years. This was painful because this meant that I had to relive everything that my body could handle, that my body could take, and my mind could take, and be comfortable with it, sit with it, process it, analyze it, reflect on it before I could tell you guys a story. Because one, I won't allow any of you to shame me, to guilt me, any of that stuff. Like, it just won't work. It will not work at all. And this is why. I'm comfortable with who I am. I am me. I have fought to get to this point in life. I didn't always feel like that. And I know that I have God. I know that I have myself. And I know that I have a wonderful support team. Wonderful, like extraordinary, which I didn't always feel. I always felt alone. But now I know I was never alone. So I said all of that to say, like, this is going to be a story of transparency. I feel like I feel like when God gives you a calling, you have to take the call. I've been ignoring the call. But God, I don't want to ignore the call anymore. Like, I seriously get it now. Like, I've been ignoring the call. And I was scared. I didn't know how things would work out if I answered the call. So, saying all of that, today I have decided to answer God calling. And with your help, I want to know, on starters, what part of my story do you want to know first? So if you are a person who knows me and has been watching from afar, close up, any capacity, even if you're a person and you've only met me a few times and you was like, oh my gosh, like, how does she do this? Like, please hit me up in my inbox. Send me a question. Send me a question that you want to know about me, or send a message about a certain time period or a certain event that occurred. And basically, I am willing to open up and talk about these things. Now, when I talk about these things, I will not be using the names of people who are still alive. I will be modifying and using nicknames or just totally complete different names. So to protect people and their peace as well, because I feel like I've learned that peace is, such a great thing that I'm exploring and discovering and accepting into my life, that I don't ever want to be the person to destroy someone else's peace. Regardless what has been done to me, I've always felt like, I have been no saint either. So, like, I've done things wrong to people too. And I've learned that I had to forgive myself for that. And I had to, move on. And a lot of the decisions I made and a lot of the decisions that was made by others that was done to me was done out of pure survival. So most of the people I've dealt with, most of the people I've known have been living on complete survival mode. So I forgive you, and I hope that you forgive me too. And I hope that you allow me to tell this story without you activating parts in you that carries hate, carries disdain from me. Because I promise you, I had one hell of a life. And I don't mean that without like exaggeration. I felt like a lot of people watched and thought like, oh, T got this, or T going here, or, like, she just looks like she's happy and everything's just falling into place for her. No. I definitely was blessed. That's a fact. I was definitely blessed, but I was forcing puzzle pieces to fit that shouldn't even been fitting. I was living from a space of hurt. And anybody that knows, when you live from a space of hurt, you're focused on logic and not feelings. Sometimes you're not even focused on logic. Sometimes you're focused on immense feelings. Sometimes it's just it's no balance. It's complete. I'm gonna get to where I want to go, and even if it's not where you're supposed to go, even if it's God telling you not to go that way, you go anyway, because that's what you want. You don't see the bigger picture. So I lived that lifestyle for 33 years. And no longer can I do it. So today, this video allows me to release my job. I released my job. I loved my job. I love parts of my job. So I'm going to be transparent with that too. I love parts of my job, but, and that was the part I loved was Pathways. Oh my gosh, Pathways was is such a wonderful program. And, there I was able to help community college students transferred to a 4-year university, and in this case, the 4-year university was my alumni school, VCU. And so I got to come across so many beautiful spirits and souls who just needed uplifting or encouragement or certain resources. And I was able to get them a helping hand and provide that for them. And they don't have any idea how much, I wasn't just helping them. They was helping me too. So I say that, and I'm not going to cut this video. I'm not going to edit it. Anybody who knows me know I don't like crying in front of people, so this is just vulnerability, and I'm going to be vulnerable from now on. I'm a fucking girl, and I'm human. We're all human, and this misconception that we shouldn't cry because it shows weakness is bullshit. It's killing us. Cry. Let that shit out. Let it go. So when I say my students were saving me too, so not even going to say saving, but they were helping me too. So not only was I giving them a helping hand, they was giving me a helping hand. Until another part of my job, which, once again, I am not here to bash anybody, any system, anything like that. Like, I'm not here to do that. I'm just here to tell my truth. So it did get to a point where I was getting drained. I was getting misused, and I wasn't speaking up for myself. So I do take accountability in the role I played for why my job became miserable to me. But I found all too many times that a lot of our jobs or our career paths that we totally come in with so much passion and love doing just drains the complete hell out of us. And we don't, as good people, always know how to say, no. And until you learn how to say no, until you learn that being a good person doesn't mean you get to be you're a doormat, you're gonna keep going through this vicious cycle. So today I released my job, but I don't release my coworkers. I love y'all. Y'all have made a wonderful impact on my life. So I'm always here. I've met so many wonderful people through pathways. Like, that was like literally my first career job, my first job period, where we actually had a safe space at work. Like, we literally had roundtable meetings where we would check in with each other and see how the day was going, where we could tell each other that we weren't having a good day. Like, and this was like with our supervisor. And it never felt like our supervisor was our supervisor, even though she was an awesome leader. She was so genuine and down to earth that we did what she wanted us to do. She didn't even have to keep begging us, on average. So we did what she wanted to do because we respected her and we loved her and we cared for her. So it was definitely a symbiotic relationship with that job, on certain aspects. Other aspects, I feel like, most of that, I look back and reflect, that was a learning lesson for me. I should have said no. My contract did not state that I had to do certain things that I was doing. I just was a yes person, people pleasing, and you don't understand why. So I released my job. And another transparency, I released my job, but I have no fucking idea how I'm going to pay bills. And I have a whole kid. I've never done anything like this, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to trust God. It's been on my heart. It's been telling me to let it go. And I just never wanted to listen. So I was just too scared. It didn't make sense, but it doesn't have to make sense. I trust God. I release my pain. I released my heart feelings. I looked at life as, why me, God? So if you're going through this and you just keep saying, why me? Why me? Life is not happening to us. It's happening for us. And the moment that you figure that out is the moment that things will open up for you. I know this is going to go over some people's head, and that just means you're not ready for this message yet. But if you are ready for this message, this is for you. And, I'm done. I'm done ruminating on what was done wrong to me and what was, what I did wrong to others. Like, I'm done. I give it to God. God has taken that from me. So, like, no, it doesn't go away. When I want to open up that book or that chapter in my life and reflect and see my growth and look back, I have all rights to do that. But I'm just not going to ruminate over it anymore. I'm not going to get stuck there or, oh me, oh my. So I'm releasing today my victim mentality. I'm not a victim. I'm a warrior. One thing I learned about myself, I'm going to fight. So, I'm going to fight. And basically what's meant for me is meant for me. So I let go. What happened to me was meant to happen to me. So I let go. And all praises due to God, because I swear I was carrying a burden that I don't feel like a person should have been carrying. Like, I was carrying a load that a person should not have been carrying. And I felt the more quiet I was about what I was going through was the better, because I had trust issues. I felt like I grew up in a situation where, you tell people your business is going to get thrown back up in your face. Today, I don't give a shit anymore. Throw it back in my face. I've already faced it. So have fun if that's your type of energy. But if you're a person here trying to navigate your own path, trying to grow, I'm here. I'm here. I am going to try to be the most open book I can with my past. I will say I do want to have a sense of privacy, because I am a private person at nature anyway, but I do want to have a sense of privacy when it comes to my personal life, moving forward. And once, I get over challenges and all those things, if it sits on my heart to speak on it, I will. But I would like to have a sense of privacy of things that move forward. So, yeah, I'm open to anything that you want to talk about in my past. I am letting go of fear. I don't feel my prettiest today. Like, I've gained so much weight. That's not my weight. I don't feel, as confident, but I'm way more confident than I was in 2023, 2021, 2022. Even just back, just keep going back. I'm way more confident today than I was then. I can see my beauty, and if I don't like my weight and it's causing me to have issues with self-esteem, then that means I need to do what? I need to work on that. For me, what that looks like is going to the gym or taking walks, just exercising. For others, that might be surgery. If that's your thing, like, I swear I have no shame. Everybody got to do what's best for them and how they like it. So it's just me learning that I have these things. I'm not this complete, perfect person. Like, and I always felt like I had to be this perfect person, and I'm just not. And I'm not. I never will be. And I don't plan on being anymore. So if you are a person who idolizes people, don't idolize me. I'm just a vessel. I'm a pretty vessel, and I am a wise vessel, but all those things come from God. Like, I do not contribute those things to, to myself alone. So it comes from God. It comes from my life experiences. It comes from the people that I've encountered. So you know, just keep in mind that I don't consider myself a role model. However, I do know that I am, but I'm not everybody's cup of tea. And if I'm not your cup of tea, keep scrolling, and we're all gonna have a good day. But until then, send me a message if you got any questions you want to ask. If there was a saga in my life and you wanted to know what was going on in that saga, send me questions. I will try to respond to the questions that I think would best fit healing for others. However, I will try my best to answer questions, period. Yeah. I think that's all I have right now. Until I resurface. I'm saying a lot, so I know I need to stop talking. It's the end, and I'm not editing this, so if you saw mistakes, I don't care. Also, a future reference, I like writing. So, I like writing, but I don't like editing. So, I would like to make this thing a book. If people take interest in it, and I feel like people will, because I've just been through so much, and I've been through things that other people have been through. And even though our reactions might be different, or our scenarios might be slightly different, I know that there are people out there that has been through the same thing, and they just need help. They just need encouragement to know that they can get through this too. So I just want to be that light. That's all I've ever wanted to be for others. I feel like that's just solely my purpose, and it's time to use my gift on another level. I've always used my gift regardless of what I was going through. That's one thing people can vouch for me. Like, I'm gonna help you. You need some help, I'm gonna help you. Now, if you keep taking advantage of me, and I used to give people like so many chances, so it would just get bad. And but if you used to take advantage of me, yeah, I was with the shits. So I would say, once again, I'm not a perfect person. I'm not a saint. I'm not to be idolized. God is the one that takes the credit. So just know I'm living the human experience just like you are. And I hope this reaches and touch someone. Maybe a lot of you. I don't know. Because I definitely need to figure out how I'm going to pay rent now that I said I was going to quit my job. And I guess that was the part that activated for me. That's starting to second guess and regret. But you know what? I'm going to go through with this thing. Like, I trust God. Like, I swear I do. This journey, I was trying to doubt him. God had to drag me across the floor. Like, he's like, girl, I'm sick of this. Like, come on. I done sent you the boat, the plane. Get yourself together. So this is me getting myself together. And, yeah. Just know I can only be me. So that's all I can deliver to you. And I can only deliver my truth. And just know that my truth might not be the truth of the other person that's in these scenarios or these stories, because we all have to remember that we're all perceiving these things at our mind space. So we're perceiving these things as happening to us, and like I said, that's happening for us at different wavelengths, at different levels. So it's all about perception, and this is my perception. So I ain't gonna even say this is my truth. This is my perception. So if you're trying to sue, good luck, because it's my perception, and you can't sue me for my perception. And I ain't defaming nobody, because you ain't being named. So have a good day. I love y'all, and I thank you if you are going to embark on this journey with me. Share. Once, I start sharing the tea. All right. I'm going to watch this video just so, because I don't like watching myself speak. So I can get used to seeing myself speak and have more confidence with that. But all right, y'all. Have a good Sunday. And I think I'm finally going to go back to sleep. I haven't slept in so long. So I think I'm going to rest. And I hope that you guys get rest too. We need it. You deserve it. So sending you healing, love, and light. All right. Bye.